So the Black historical figure that I look up to is Maya Angelou. She has been instrumental in my life. A lot of her writings resonate with me. There's one that I like to refer to often, and it is, if you don't like something, change it. And if you cannot change it, then change your attitude. Some of the traditions and customs that I appreciate in the Black culture are Sunday dinners. It's always nice for the family to come together on Sundays and eat dinner together. Obviously, we're big on soul food. Everybody comes with all their food, and we just kind of sit around, laugh and joke and play and dance. Of course, you can't have a party without dancing, and so that's one of the biggest traditions that I value.
Representation plays a major role in, I believe, both professional and personal growth and success. It's important, I think, for everyone to see themselves and see representation of themselves in whatever it is that you do. As a young girl, it was always important for me to see others doing things that I aspired to do, and even as an adult in my career now, I love to collaborate and support others who may come on new to Harmony. It's my pleasure to serve new teachers and support new teachers and support administrators as well. But I think it's important for them to see representation so that they can also aspire to do the things that they see before them. So representation, I think, is very important in whatever aspect in any aspect of your life, so that you can have someone to aspire or to strive to be like. I see myself contributing to Black history in my own way because I've been blessed to earn a doctorate. In 2021, I did earn my executive educational doctorate, and I am thrilled about it. One of the things that I think is important is, it kind of ties into that representation also, but when I got my doctorate, it was a joy to have so many others celebrate with me. And so that representation and that contribution has served as something to help inspire others. So that's been important for me. And I also use it to help inspire my own children and other children or people in my sphere of influence. Academic excellence has always been important for me, and that has been, it's just at the core of who I am. So it's one of those things that I see as a contribution to Black history because, or just to history itself, but especially Black history, because I have two sons, and it has been a motivation for them. They too aspire for academic excellence. So I would say contributing to Black history by earning my doctorate and just motivating my children and others to strive for academic excellence.
Since I was in college, I would say my second year of college, I've always known that I wanted to work in education and that I wanted to help African American people increase the percentage of African Americans that were going to college and graduating from college. Whether that is in a business degree or a STEM degree or communications, any market or industry that they would want to be a part of, just helping them get to that level, moving the needle in that percentage for African Americans. So I see myself dedicating my life to that mission for all students, and primarily for African American, the African American community, just moving that needle. Since I was a little girl, my parents have been intentional about instilling Black pride into us and being proud of where we came from. And two things that they did specifically is they would make sure to educate us on prominent Black figures and of things that African Americans and people of African descent have brought and contributed to the world. I remember specifically my mother read to me a book that said nappy is beautiful, because people would say that having nappy hair or hair that wasn't straight wasn't a good thing. So she would always be intentional to make us know that we are powerful and that we are equal, and we shouldn't think about other characteristics, and we shouldn't let anyone make us feel like we are less than because of our characteristics. The second one I would say is celebrating Kwanzaa. We celebrated Kwanzaa every single year of my childhood. And if you don't know, Kwanzaa is from December 26th, I believe, until January 2nd or 1st. And every day is a different principle that you're supposed to practice for that day and really for your life. So we were so very excited about it because we got to learn, and then also we got extra gifts after Christmas. We didn't know back then that those gifts came from the dollar store. We were just happy that we were getting extra gifts.
I would say that the biggest influencer on my journey has to be my grandfather, Mitchell Paxton. He was the first black mayor in Gary, Oklahoma. I remember stories of him and my grandmother and them telling me about eating in restaurants in the same town and having to go to the back in order to get their food. They were not served at the front of the restaurant like everyone else. And so for him then to become the first black mayor is just so huge and has really shaped my life. It showed me that we can rise above adversity and make a difference. He truly, truly cared about that community and all the people there. And his leadership and just seeing him do that definitely propelled me into a life of service. That's why I went to work in education, because I wanted to help students not become a negative statistic. And I saw him do this day in and day out working within his community. So definitely my grandfather has been the biggest influence on my life.
Black History Month is a time to honor the accomplishments of black people. I'm proud to be a black person, to recognize our contributions to the society and reflect on the challenges we have faced. Thank you. I have many, but I will stay with Nelson Mandela of South Africa. Nelson Mandela was a South African activist and a former president. He was a global advocate for human rights, and his work helped to bring an end to the racial segregation in South Africa. Thank you.
History Month is a time of the year to celebrate one of the biggest parts of this very diverse culture. And so, I feel celebrated and I appreciate it, and I hope that this is something that kind of highlights the contribution of Black history in this great country.
So I admire Oprah Winfrey because of her resilience and dedication. She has overcome a lot in her life, such as abuse and poverty, to becoming the world's first female or Black female billionaire. To me, she is a powerful symbol of Black excellence.
So my great-grandfather, Dr. Leon Augustus Morgan, was a respected educator and community leader in Galveston, Texas. He dedicated 4 decades to Galveston ISD from 1934 to 1974, serving as a teacher, administrator, and principal. Throughout his career, he played a significant role in both segregated and integrated educational settings, and was instrumental in the desegregation of the schools in the late 1960s. Because of his contributions, Galveston ISD recognized him by naming one of the schools after him. To Education and Community Service, Galveston ISD named a school after him, and it's called L.A. Morgan Elementary School. He also taught at a lot of HBCUs, Prairie View, Texas College, and Texas Southern University.
I would definitely say in my journey, someone that I look to as a mentor is our very own Talitha Alexander. She's someone that I would reach out often for advice, and the way I got to know her was one of her daughters was in my class, and we made a connection since that time, and she was always someone that I kept in contact with, and I knew I could reach out for support. Seeing Talitha Alexander grow in harmony and looking at the different roles that she has held has been inspiring to me, because it shows that as a African American woman, growth in harmony is possible. So seeing all that she has done in the years that she has been here has been inspiring to me, and I definitely look to her as a mentor.